we got to start with the stock of the day, and that is, I am very happy to say, for the first time in a long time, Under Armour. Third quarter profits for Under Armour came in higher than expected. International sales really look like they crushed it, and the stock up 23% this morning.
Yeah, this appears to be the quarter that the market's been waiting and waiting and waiting for out of Under Armour. Sales, as you mentioned, in the U.S., lackluster, down 2%, but international up 15%. So that's carrying the day here. When you look at this, definitely coming out of kind of a restructuring turnaround. They've fired several hundred people lately, and the potential to maybe have another round of that moving forward. But it seems to be they're on track. And one thing that jumped out to me, kind of ironic, was that they mentioned sales at Dick's, or sales to Dick's, were up 4%. And just in August, Dick's blamed their last lackluster performance on decreasing Under Armour sales in their stores. So kind of two different tales there. Under Armour saying that it's going well inside of Dick's. Dick's saying that their partnership with Kohl is kind of hurting business in the fully priced stores like Hibbett Sports and Dick's with the discount Kohl's partnership. So I like what I see here. And then I also kind of dig what they're trying with Armor Box, which they announced last week. So after the quarter, didn't impact the quarter, but kind of the Stitch Fix model of subscription box for athletic apparel, which I don't know if it's going to be a real needle mover, but it could enhance the brand. At least they're trying something that that consumers these days appear to be pretty in tune with.
A couple other things. I mean, if you look at how they're managing their inventory, they appear to be doing a better job of that. Something that you and I have talked about, and Jason Moser has made this point, Matt Argesinger has made this point, going back to the beginning of the year, that Kevin Plank, very much the leader of Under Armour, but the executive team around him, you and Matt and Jason pointing out, look, he's got to figure out a way to work with his management team and keep them in place, because the turnover in the C-suite has been higher than what you like to see. And I don't want to jinx anything, but they're still there. They are still there, and so hopefully we can continue to see that. And with successes like this, maybe they found that group that finally is going to be able to turn this company around and challenge the likes of Nike like they always thought they could. But even with the stock up 23% today, it still has to more than double from here to get back to its all-time highs, which was very early on in the days of this company as a public company. So it's still a lot of work to do if you've been a long-term investor to get back to even. But you like to see something like this at the very least. Yeah, it's around $22 a share when we came into the studio. You go back 2 years, 3 years, it's double that basically. So this is great for me and anyone else who is a shareholder of Under Armour. But for the amount of time that I've held it, still very much underwater. Yeah, so agreed. I'm in the same boat. We're slowly starting to rise against the tide here, though. Right. Well, and again, this is great. Let's see this next quarter and the quarter after that, because the international sales is great to see. It's only going to carry it so far. They can't keep treading water in the United States. No, they can't. And maybe these self-branded stores really help out because you have higher margins there. And I think that was about 33% of sales this quarter. So if that can gain a little bit more traction, I think that could help. And maybe if they can boost branded store sales internationally, because obviously international, if they can expand, is much bigger than the United States. But certainly their home market is the biggest breadwinner for them at the moment.